Hey all my crafty friends, back with another install of hashtag Crafty Christmas in July 2023. Wah! Say that 5 times really fast. I am going to introduce you to all of the goodies and then we'll get started. So Sweet Pea Papers, Terry Lee and myself are sponsoring this collaboration. We have, with all of us, there's 16 people doing beautiful Christmas stuff. So Sweet Pea Papers doing a giveaway. Go over to her website, Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, sorry, not website. Go over there and get her information on how to do all of that. I have a little special going on at my store right now. If you go in and spend $15 or more on product, you will get a free yard of lace. In my first video, all of this is under a playlist. So if you go to the hashtag Crafty Christmas in July 2023, you go to my first video in that playlist and you'll see the lace. I think I've shown it a couple other times. Oh, here's a bit. There's the ivory, the cream, and the pink. Get it this way. It's really pretty. Really pretty. Okay, then there are also a lot of our other collaborators. They have Etsy shops. Please go and check out their Etsy shops and be kind and wonderful and things like that. Check out everybody's channel and all that stuff. So I'm also doing a raffle for the collaborators, okay? So if you go to my shop and spend any amount of money, it doesn't matter if it's $5 or $50, you spend any amount of money and in the message you say, hey, I'm doing, Terry sent me, or Jovi, or, we got Rhoda, we got all kinds of beautiful ladies doing stuff. If you say they sent you, then they get put into a raffle. I have 2 prizes, but one of them is just because they're participating, and then the other one is whoever gets the most people saying they sent them, they're gonna win a prize. So yeah, so do that, if you want to buy something. I'm not very good at being a commercial, so other than that, that's it. So let's get started, guys, okay? Bye! Hi, all my crafty creative friends. How you guys doing today? I wanted to start getting the papers pulled together for the journal and for the mini album. And I was also, Lorna from Tailor Made Journals put out a new stamp. And I was able to finally, I do have a few of hers, but I just kept missing out. But I finally got this one. It's really cute. So I'm excited about that coming. But while I was on her Etsy shop, I went ahead and browsed around and I found Vintage Christmas Ads ephemera set. There's set 1 and set 2. And so this is her cover sheet. So I wanted to be able to, but it's Tailor Made Journals. Okay? And these are some of the pages that are in that. And I'm just going to cut these out individually and use them. So they're on cardstock. Isn't this just adorable? All these lovely, maybe if I turn it this way, you guys will be able to see everything. Okay. So these are like postcard size, and then all these cute little things. I'm going to have so much ephemera, it'll be a hard time making my mind up of what I want to use. So I'm going to be busy cutting after I get off of here. I'm going to just be a fussy cutting fool this weekend. So lots of Santa Clauses. And this is the same bell that's in Keon's set. So, that's nice too. There are still some because this is going to be blended in with Keon's set, who she has a lot of ephemera in her set. It's a beautiful set. But since I've already worked with her set once, and I'm working with Line Dot Arrow's set, I just thought, you know, bringing in one more is just going to be fun, different. And, I mean, a lot of people are using Keon's set, so you're seeing all of those things, and a lot of people are using the Line Dot Arrow. So I just thought I might bring in something a bit different, so you could see that. I just love these. I think they're absolutely adorable. There's birds and little Christmas wishes, and I mean, there's just a little bit of everything. And then this was the Victorian Christmas, and I think some of these were the Victorian Christmas. I forgot that I had this one as well. There's 21 pages. I did not print all of them out, but I do have some of them. The vintage Christmas ad ephemera thing. I actually have some of the other ones that I printed on the backs of Keon's set. So this was kind of a boo-boo, but I think it'll look adorable anyway. And then I have this, which is how to put the candles on, you know, the candles on the trees and such. And then this is ginger wine and cordial berries. Woohoo! But there's just a lot of cool different, you know, just a little bit of different vibe to go into Waterman's Ideal fountain pens. A lot of pen ads. And here we go. Victor's Makes the Pace bicycles. Here's how to put a sled together. You know, it's just a really cool kind of stuff. These are still more things about the candles. This one is the one with the horses on it, the sleigh ride and stuff. And then this had all these horses. So I thought, okay, that one's good. Now this was a boo-boo. I meant to print it on this side, and then I printed this upside down from that one, because this was my first one. I couldn't remember. So I thought I could still use this, or I could still use this. I just can't use them both together. But also a cool idea, but maybe with a much lighter background, is printing some of these with something with a nice background on the back of it. Okay, and then this one, see, I chose ones that didn't have a top or a bottom. Finally, I was smart enough, but so there's that one that was just on the other one. Okay, and then, so here is the rest of the Victorian Christmas one. Bird's nest and little, wagons, birds, calendar dates, that kind of thing. So, just absolutely lovely. I love these old postcards and such. They're just so neat. So yeah, we got lots and lots and lots of pretties. And there I did print one of those in cardstock so I could use it. It's just beautiful. So there. I just wanted to fill you in on that. And now I'm going to go and get busy cutting all these out so I can get started on the pages. I figured for the journal, I'm going to go ahead and have the pages already, and then we're just going to go ahead and decorate stuff for them. Because you all know how to, well, you might not, but there's tons and tons of videos out there if you don't know how to just put, I'm just going to do a simple pamphlet stitch. Because they're going to be, you know, basically like a 5x7, and a 3-hole pamphlet stitch is perfectly fine for that. And so that's all I'm going to do. And they're both going to be 2-inch spines. And then the mini album, of course, I probably will just make a very quick one that I will bring you guys along with. Because I know some of you are journal makers that are going to be watching this, and you never... or you don't often see a mini album. I'm going to make a super sweet, simple mini album, and then I'm going to decorate it up. So it might be fun for you guys to watch that. Anyway, this is going to be added to the front of probably the video of showing you my mini album, or my probably of my journal. Okay, till then guys, bye. Hey all you creative friends, how you doing out there? I hope everybody's having a good day today. It is pouring here, been pouring for hours, so there's very little other things that I can do besides crafting. Just breaks my heart. Okay, so I have 16 sheets because I'm making a 2-signature small journal. And so I figured 16 sheets, with the way I stuff them, is plenty. So it's going to 8 sheets per signature. And this is just copy paper. Although I had this idea, and so I want to try it. So I did I showed you these where I had printed on the backs of some of Keon's papers with tailor-made journals. Lorna, she has Etsy shop and has lots of beautiful digital kits herself. So I think I had showed you, I don't know if you guys have actually seen that video yet or not, but I showed you the part of the kit. Mainly what that kit was ephemera, Christmas ephemera. But there were also some whole sheets. But here is my weekend of fussy cutting. And we are going to have so much fun with all of these luscious, luscious guys and gals and dogs and Santa Clauses and Christmas wish. Oh my goodness. It's just not ending. I still have more to cut out, but I think I got a great start. For this project, what we're going to do is I have 8 other sheets that are white in the back. I do not want white in this album, you know, like this. I don't want just a blank album sheet. So I have, this is painter's paper, and as you guys know, it's like thin, it makes copy paper feel like cardstock. Okay, it's anorexic. So I have an idea with working with this, and also working with some Christmas fabrics. So you're also going to need a water brush and some water. Kind of comes in handy, one with the other. I think I was watching Rhoda, who is, oh gosh, I'm sorry, I can't remember, and I don't have the list. I have it in the other room. But Rhoda Burke, I believe was her last name, but she's in a collab, and she's down under, and she was using a water brush, and she said she can't stand them because they're very hard to pinch and stuff. I can't stand having water in a water brush because I don't think I have enough control over it. So I like dipping my water brushes like these. I have quite a few of them before I realized I really didn't like them. I like dipping them in the water and having the control. So that's my pet peeve about them. Okay, so let's see. I have Christmas fabric in this thing as well. That's why it's sitting here. That is not. Let's see. I know there was a couple other pieces. Those are, but not anything I want to use. Don't want that one. I was thinking this might be interesting to play around with as well. And that's it. So I'm going to stick this back. I'll have to put all those back up on my shelf. Okay, so, how did I get on my glass mat? Anyway. Alright, so first off, is I'm going to, now I've cut the white ends off, well, not all on all of them, but on most of them on the sides. So I just want to first, let me fold this up just a little bit. Let me get my brush. Now this is a wide brush. You guys can use anything. This is just the first one I grabbed. And I'm just going to run down the paper here. And I don't know if this is going to, I'm going to have to really let this soak for a minute. Because now it's starting, it was just sitting on top, which is probably what painter's paper is supposed to do, is help it from going all the way through, but it's pretty wet. Okay. And I am wanting this jagged edge, but I'm not working for it. It's just giving me this luscious end. Okay. So, now, and actually, let me, before we get further into that, let me get the box. I want to see something, because I don't remember what I had said room-wise that I was going to have. So I think our albums, the cover, let me write this down so I'll have it. Just find a piece of paper. Isn't that funny? I'm in my paper craft room and I can't find a piece of paper to write on. Oh my gosh. That's too much. That's, yeah, way funny. Okay, let's see. Right here. Oh, it's got writing on both sides. Alrighty then. We will just grab a piece. Okay, so I believe that 5.5 by 7.5. That's going to be the cover size. Okay. Put this back over here. Okay, so with 5.5 by 7.5, and I drop a 1/2 inch. Let me go ahead and cut the top off this. Okay. And now I want this to be at 7.25. Okay, so 7.25, and I'm going to go ahead and cut the rest of this off. All right, so that is the height of the book, and then when we fold this, I believe we're going to be, yeah, we are under the 5.5. So this is going to be perfect once we cut off the sides. Okay, so now we have the size pages that we want. Okay, so we're going to just kind of put this just past the torn paper. And I will, if I can find, oh, here it is. And then over here, I'm going to go ahead and start my line down. And I can also do my line across. Let's see, I think I'm going to do this in the middle so that I want it torn all the way around. I think I went up a little bit on that one. Okay, so let's go ahead and tear this off. Yeah, I think I need to leave it a little bit longer. Okay, so we have that there. And this here. Okay. So let's just leave this for a second. All right. Let's go ahead and rip this one. And rip this one. Okay. So there is our first piece of paper. Now I want to do it again. So I'm going to go ahead and do like 3 or 4 of these. 4 to 6 of these. I'm going to get a couple of them done anyway. And then I'll come back and I'll show you what I'm thinking. Alright guys, back in a sec. Get all my lights on here. Okay, so I now have my page that I want to cover. I did get it wet, so the color, but it's going to be fine because it's going to get covered. So, yeah, probably everything. I don't. Okay, so what I was thinking of doing is I want to, and I'm using the art glitter glue because this is all just copy paper, and so I am going to get this the best I can. As quick as I can. The little edge of the page is still damp, and I think the edge of the pages that I cut out with the water brush are still damp, but we're just moving ahead on this thing. Okay, so I'm going to take one of these, and I want to make sure that I cover all of the white in the area, you know, as best I can. Okay, so there's that one. There we go. Now, I'm going to take some material, and I ripped off some. I'm going to rip off little strips. Little strips. And yeah, I'm going to take some threads off as well. Okay. So now I want to kind of make sure I cover up the white. I'm going to take off the little bit that's, you know, from the biased edge. I need my Fabri-Tac. All right. So now I'm going to just put a thin bead, which is really hard with this bottle because it's got a huge opening on it. And I'm just going to put some of this fabric. So I'm going to cut that piece. So I'm going to have that right there. And then I didn't get enough here. Okay. And come on. I'm going to rip it. And I'm going to put this right there. Okay. I think I've got enough glue on that one. Okay, and then I'm going to take across the bottom here just another little piece. I think that was too much glue probably, and I want the ends to be frayed, so where I cut it, I gotta fray it. I just gotta. Okay. And some places I'm gonna kind of squinch it up, and then other places, because I don't want it showing everywhere. And I've got it hanging off the edge of the page, and then here it's not. Okay, and then I think another little piece in the corner. Just gonna rip this. Okay, so we're just gonna lay this right in here. I put a lot on there, so I'm just gonna, there we go. Okay, now I'm gonna take this second sheet and I'm gonna Fabri-Tac it. Fabri-Tac will not make this bundle up either. Fabri-Tac is very good on thin paper, but it's, it's a little pricier than even the art glitter glue. So I don't use it often for this type of application, but since this paper's so thin and I'm really not looking for wrinkling at this point. Okay, so now we're going to lay this down, flip it over, let go, let's flip her over. I'm going to lay this down. Pull it this way. Oopsie. There we go. Lay that down. I'm going to kind of tear the corner off of this a little bit. It's sticking to my finger. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull this down because you weren't seeing it at all. And I got a little piece here that I think I'll cover with something else. I don't think I need to put any more. And then this can be okay, so now let me really get this glue. Should have done this as soon as I put it down, but that's okay. Just be as gentle because it's thin paper. So other than a little bit of material, I really didn't add any bulk to the pages. And then we'll be able to come in and color these whatever we want. Now if I fold the page over, okay, let's let it dry a bit. Let's go ahead and do another one and let that one really dry. Okay, what is the next one? Oh, where did I put the rest of my paper? Oh gosh, guys. Isn't that funny? Oh, here we go. Okay. So, this seems to be everybody's favorite here. So, I think I'm just going to quickly cut this. That side. I've got so much on my cutter, it would be just as easy to do this and a lot less time consuming. Okay. So I just thought these would be a little different, but yet the possibility you can write on this paper. I am pretty darn sure the side I'm using the inside to do. Yep, you can probably write on both sides. Yeah, you can write on both sides. So, yes, I thought you could. Probably should have checked it before I got all of this involved, but oh, I don't need to make more. I already have 2 more made. I will be making more. Now, this needs to get cut down. And here is my other piece. So now this has to be and I hate cutting off anything off of this. Really. But what did I say? 5 1/4? So let's see what that's going to leave. If I do this, now let me go ahead and cut the skate part off and just have the boot. Okay, so that's cute. And then I need, and then I need it at 5 1/4. So I will get the whole boot in. I won't have the Merry Christmas. I get the hiccups. I'm so sorry. Okay. That's a cute piece though, so we'll save that. And then this, oh, that is, I did that wrong. It's 7 1/4. Okay, yeah, I got more of those. Don't worry about it. Let's try this one. Okay, so I need this one at 7 1/4. Let me go ahead and cut the white part off of the bottom. Start in the center with copy paper and you'll get a nicer cut. Okay, and then this is 7 1/4. You guys were yelling at me. I know you were, because you're a smart group of people. You're doing it wrong, Lita. You're doing it wrong. And let me go ahead and get this a little better. Okay. All right. Okay, so 7 1/4. And then this should be, with the side taken off, a perfect size. Okay, so now we have this side that we're going to do our papers on. And I really cut that one way too short, but that's okay because we can do a little different. Let's see, what is this one? So let's go for, see what this rich gold will do for us. What piece do I have here? Okay, so I'm just going to take that much. Hold this in. Okay. So, I don't believe this is one that you can tear. No, it's not. But you can make it fray a little bit if and you want. So I'm gonna cut, and I'm just going to figure out where I'm going to want this. Just kind of have little bits hanging out. I am going to cut off the bias part. And let's have this a little bit more shredded. Okay, and I think, yep, turn the wrong side, correct. Here, oh, it needs to be a larger piece there. Let's, okay. This would actually be quite cute up here. Doesn't matter that you can't see it. Okay. And then I need a bit down here. Let's make this a little more frayed and hang it off the bottom a little bit. Whew. Actually put it under both and cover up all of the rest of that white. There we go. Okay, so let's do that. I hate wasting a piece. Let's put this right down here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and lift this page up, and I'm going to get my Fabri-Tac. Way too much on, so we'll just use some there. I'm just not used to this big hole. I had my daughter cut it, and she'd never cut, there had been a long time since she'd cut something like this, and so she just cut right into it. And not realizing that, you know, the further down you go, the bigger the hole is, and the more is going to come out every time you squeeze it. So I'm going to put it in the other bottle. I just haven't done it yet. Okay, and I'm going to keep this coming right down here. There we go. Get this down a little bit. Okay, so, and I have a piece under here that needs to go down. Okay, now I'm going to start putting this down so I know that I've got it where I want it. I don't know why I keep putting it on the very ends. Oh good, I didn't. Oh, good. Okay, so so I do like doing the one layer first. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to just put my glue on the edges of this paper because it goes over all of that. And then I'm going to put it so I put it along the top and the sides and a little bit in the middle, and then I got the bottom along here. So I do want to make sure that I'm going to be able to not see the white, but see some of my material. I need to pull this down just a smidge. Okay. Oopsie. Now if you get too much glue on the paper, you won't be able to write on it. So really try and be careful and don't do what I just did. Squeeze it all out. You gotta give it time to get tacky enough that you're not going to be pushing it all out. Okay. So now let's go. Yes. And that all wipes off pretty easily. Now this is, oh, excuse me. This is still thin, but it's heavier than your copy paper was. And most of the time that's all you're doing on journals anyway. So you can see up here I've got that gold, down here, over here in this corner. And then when you flip it over, I have some pieces that show. Let's try this folding again. So it feels like it's dry now. Maybe I'm just going to fold it this way. There we go. And look at what it does. I just love it. And when you open it up, so you can, and I should have, flipped some of this around so I would have had some brighter pieces, but I can still take and put brighter pieces. But I think it's pretty cool. I just love how it just gives you just a little pop, little peaks of things. Just and the torn paper makes it very interesting. And yeah, so I'm really liking that. This may have to get torn down a little bit more because it really is quite extended. But I think if I do that, I'm going to wet it again. So that's how I got all those fun pieces that glue off there. Yeah, so I'm really tickled with that. So just a double layer of paper and a little bit of fabric. Just going to give that a little bit more something something to hold that down. Okay. And where there is white, when I go to ink all around the pages, it'll be fine. It will be fine. So, as usual, I dump the water. Here's a chamois. You absorb Oh, I have a little bug drinking. Or no, maybe it's swimming. Or... no, not anymore. I think he drowned. Huh. One of those little teeny ones. Sorry, Charlie. Okay, so this one did not get near as much glue on the inside, and I do see that it's probably going to pucker a little bit. But I love the look of having the extra little gold in spots. And of course, when you open the page, you've got a little extra little bit of touch of gold here and there. So it's really cool. Really cool. Okay, so I'm going to probably do this with the other 6 pages that I have. So then I will have pages with backing on them, you know, and of course I'll be cutting these down, but I'll have pages where you flip and open, and then I'll have these pages where you have this stuff. So, oh, I'm very excited. All right, guys. I'm just really tickled with the way that all of these kits work so well together. It makes the sky's the limit. I mean, you've got so many different things to choose from. All right, well, that is today's installment, and I hope you enjoyed it. Get in and it doesn't take much fabric. And I also think that there might be one that I'm going to do a lot more fabric on. So, you know, I want to play. And I might make, like, the first sheet large enough to go all the way around. And then take a larger piece of material. And then take the second sheet and make it smaller so it'll come around like this. And then you'll have, you know, maybe not sharp angles like this. But you know what I'm saying. You can just take a smaller piece and cover up and have a strip of this and some of this along like that. And then you take, here's a little strip that was off of that, and then you kind of put it like this. Of course, this is going to be ripped. So you can put it like this. You know, I'm just saying there's all different kinds of things that you can do. Okay? All right, guys. Thanks. I hope you enjoyed this little installment. Till next time, be kind to each other, and I hope you make something you love. Bye. Hey, guys. I'm still playing with my brown paper, but I just had to show you this. I had this stencil. It's a Tim Holtz stencil, you know, and it's I don't know what they called this one. Mini Stencil Set 32. Ooh, such a classy name. But at first, I used this. And this is what I got. Okay, so, you know, yeah. Then I pulled out my brush to see, and I got this. So much nicer. Maybe not as dark, but certainly much nicer texture-wise looking, because that's what these are for, is for adding texture. So, yeah, I just, so not all stencil brushes or, you know, things that you use for your stencils are created equally. Huh. Now, I think for the more open, spaced stuff, this bigger one, I'm just going back over that second one because it was so sad looking. And I'm going to do half with my roller, you know, whatever this, my sponge. All right, and then I'm going to do half. Oops. Get my thumb out of the way so I can get the brush there. Got a death grip on this thing so it won't move on me. Okay, so let's see. Really no difference that I can see. None whatsoever. So, yeah, I was just trying to put some texture down onto my paper so that there's these spots where you know, the paper might be torn and you'll be able to see something through the edge. And this is a fabric piece. Well, I don't know what it is. It's a tag off like a pillow or a bed, or I don't know. It's washed cold with like, use only front loading machine, so I don't think it's a bed. Can't get that in my front loading machine. So yeah, I'm just collecting all of the ink off of it. Of course, you can see my 3 fingers there where I went like this. But yeah, I think I'm going to be using this. It's really, I started off with some antique photo just to see. I just kind of did a squirt across with the refill ink. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that just absorbed it right up. So now I've just been cleaning up all my ink with it. So we'll see. Fun stuff. Everything's fun. I love fun stuff. Okay, so now this one, well, I just kind of had an idea what I wanted to do, and I have 2 more materials that I'm interested in. This one has got a vintage flair to it, so, and of course it's got the music, but I thought this would be pretty to do something with. Don't need a ton, but wouldn't mind having a couple of those images to cut out. So I am going to go ahead and just put a little snip in it. There we go. Okay, so now I have a singing young man surrounded with angels. You can't see him. Let me put you back out now. You can't see nothing. Can't see nothing. Okay. So I have a little guy singing his glory out, and then I have I don't know, you know, just some people, but it's got lots of good music and little angels and cherubs and little elves and drums and all kinds of stuff. This says 1922 December 26th. So it's right here. It's the day after Christmas. We ain't worried about the day after Christmas right now. So, but anyway, I thought that this might be interesting. And then, of course, when I found this material, I had to have it. And I think I'm just going to, let me get my good scissors here. I think I'm just going to cut one Santa out, because I have so many Santas to play with both Keon and Natalie's set. Keon is Wonders by Wink, and Natalie is Line Dot Arrow. So please go and check out their shops. They've got beautiful items, beautiful kits. They both do beautiful kits. So And then and they're in the collaboration. And then I just happened to buy a stamp from Lorna from Tailor Made Journals and saw her Christmas stuff. And so you've seen me pulling out. Over the weekend, I did a lot of fussy cutting. I mean, it's thick. This is thick. It's like 2 inches thick with all of them put together here. So, yeah, I got a lot to play with. I'm a very happy camper. I'm thinking that I'm going to just kind of cut a sliver of this, and I'm gonna leave this with my stuff and put this back with my material. Let me put the lid on this so I don't get ink all over my material here. All right. Okay. And I'm just going to fold this. And that should be about all the material I'm going to play around with this time. So, let's see. I also have this to play with. I don't remember if I mentioned this or not, but I did get this stuff. There's 3 different kinds of this in my Etsy shop now. It's this red with the silver with the Christmas, with the snowflakes. Then there's a white tulle with red poinsettias. You've seen a lot of the gals using that one. And then I do have a blue one with the silver, just like what's on here. But it's a soft blue, so it, great for shabby chic stuff. But I do have all of that on my shop if you're interested. Okay, so I have this. And I don't know if I want something a little thinner. And that can be the corner of my page. And yeah. Okay, so let me go ahead and get this sized out. We're just playing. I'm just playing. But I thought, hey, let me just go ahead and bring them along for the ride. I did pull out a few of my vellum. I have lots of Christmas vellum. Sorry, I'm not ready to give it up yet. I've got one here that I'll have to show it to you. Yeah, it's I love vellum. And so I'm hoarding it. I'm hoarding it. I need to get more things out of my stash into my shop, but oh, I need to make this a lot thinner. There we go. And I've already got a nice edge that way, so I'm just gonna all right, so there's that. I should, honey, there's no, you're just staring down at me. I think my little dog's got to go out. We just had a big thunderstorm, oops, and that makes him nervous, so I was thinking that he was just kind of still a little nervous from that, but I'm thinking that he's going to want, let me get this ripped. I'm thinking he has to go potty. Alright, get into the wet stuff, please. There we go. Love it. Well, that totally just went around the wet stuff. Okay. Well, he's laying down now, so we'll see. We'll see. I'll keep going for the moment. Yeah, I was just playing, and I thought, you know, why don't I just turn this on and let you guys see a little bit more of my play. I couldn't find what I did with this. So, I think the first thing I want to do is glue this down. Fabri-Tac. Fabri-Tac. I'd like for you to stay there, please. Drive me crazy. Okay, let's get some stitches off of here so it's a little more. There we go. All right, that's good. And let's put down some Fabri-Tac. Oh, he's up again. I think we're going to be going outside. I can check and make sure everything's okay, because it was windy and raining and thundering and wow. Okay. There is that. Now I basically just put glue here because I'm going to have like a bigger sheet. So I kind of want to be able to see this. Okay. So I like that. So then we're going to go just really quickly. And right there. And then we're going to go up here. And then where does this end? Right about there. Okay. Now I can take it off so it doesn't get my other paper wet. And here we go. And then last here. There we go. Okay. That other piece might come in handy. Alright, bring this back. And which way was it? I don't remember. I think it was like this. Okay. So that took care of something interesting to look at on this side. But then on this side, there's really not a whole lot. So let's bring in, I think, a little gold again. I'm just going to cut right down here. And I'm going to put a little gold. Okay, so I can do it like that. kind of roughly cutting it off so it doesn't look, you know, too uniform-y. And we will be able to pull some of the... All right, and then I think I'm going to put this down here underneath that. Yeah. So that needs a bigger piece. Okay, I'm just going to cut this off. I'm going to get it on the same side. Okay, so I'm going to lay this down. And then I'm going to slide this under. Alright, let me make sure I have this the way I intended it. Yep, that's good. So, I'm going to flip this over, and right around, close to the edge, but don't get out on the edge because you really don't know. I might want to tuck something in later, so I've started thinking about that as well. Okay, there's that, and then this. So, I just want to flatten that out so it's not, you know how it can get where it's all wrinkledy and you can see the, I don't like that, so I don't want that. Okay, so now this can be glued down to this one. And we have, if we're careful, we've got almost everything caught. So I'm going to take a little bit of green where I saw possible whiteouts. Okay. I have so much glue stuck on me all over the place doing this, but it's fun. I love it. Hey. Okay. Whew, this stuff has some smell to it. Alright, let's get this right sides. And that. Okay, and then that's got a little green to it. That's okay. And I do need to pull this over a little bit. No, I mean, that's about it. If I need to pull that got... Okay, he's back. So I'm done with this one. Make a mess. So I think my little dog has got to go pee. All right. Let's get that. So one nice thing about, well, there's a lot of nice things about Fabri-Tac. I really do love having that glue to use. But the other thing is, I'm very happy that it comes off so easily. Yeah. Alright guys, so I will show you the other two now. I've made two more. So I have this one. little lace material. This is one piece that I cut off of this. I put festive berries, which is what I used here for the most part. Here I was trying different colors. And I put festive berries back behind it and then laid it down. And the brown paper absorbed what the vellum didn't. But you can see there's little snowflakes in there. So that's really cool. And it's lifted up so I can slide things under as well as this. I just put one bead of glue down. So, you know, I will be able to, like, take my little guy here and stick him in, or I can choose to have him on top. So, you know, there's lots of fun things. It's like, that's just so cute. So, anyway, so there's that one, and then of course this has got all of the material and the little piece of the lace. And then this one you saw me do. So, all right, guys. And remember, let them dry completely before you try and fold them, because I think you'll be much happier with the outcome. So, all of my pages are cut down now. These are the, this is the one, and this is the other that I did the other day with you guys. And then here is the vellum. Can you see them? Candy canes and Starlight candies. So just, you know, just had to add a little bit from my stash. All right, guys. Thanks. I got to go take my dog's potty. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Well, I finished my 8 pages that I wanted to put the brown paper on the back, and I started out super simple and I just exploded from there. So I wanted to show you so that it was all on this video. So here is page 1, and we did that one, I believe, together. I do still have some white, but when I go to decorate and stuff, I can take care of any little imperfections or whatever. And then I also did this one. Again, you know, it's super simple. You can see the gold from both sides. Okay, so then we start getting into, oh, we can layer things. Now, this was from the letter that I sent, which I think most of the people, most of the oh, for heaven's sakes, the participants, collaborators, there we go. Most of the people, collaborators, I believe some of them have used the edging on the letter that I sent. I've killed it now, but, and I have some lace. Now, it is just kind of tacked down in case I want to put something underneath it, but it's there, a bit of material, and that is on this side, okay? And then I got a little happy with some ink. I put a piece of material down here, a piece of lace. All of the string that I'd been pulling off, I just put on the edges there, just to help with texture. Here's some more of the edge of the letter, and that is on this page. And I also added some on this page before I put this page onto this page. So there's that. And then this one was kind of another take. I'm getting 2 here. This one was, here is some of that parchment paper that I sent all the collaborators. I have that in my shop. And then I got a little green on this one, a little red on this one, and then the other 2 are just plain. A little bit more of that parchment paper. It is writable. And then a whole scene. I love this one too, and I believe it's going to go with everything. This one I didn't look to see. I thought this was just, it didn't matter. And then I saw the Merry Christmas and I went, oh no! And I went, whoo! Because I didn't check. And then this one, I've got some of the gold on the sides. I did some stenciling. I was watching Miss Tommy and got, she was stenciling with this metal stencil, and I thought it looked very lovely. So it just inspired me to get my stencils out as well. So I did a little bit of stenciling on here, and then a little bit of that same piece of material, little gold around the edges. So that is this one. And then I think this one is my favorite, but I had the Tim Holtz. Both of the stencils I used were Tim Holtz stencils. This is like that sweater one. This is a piece of, I think I already went over that with you, but I think this one has remained my favorite. I think we did this one together. So anyway, so now I have all of that, and I told you I had incorporated 2 of my pieces of, if you can see that with candy canes, I'm going to put it where it's going to lay on the red, because it helps it to really show up what it is. And then this one is the different little snowflakes, but they're both vellum. I don't know if you can see that. There you can kind of see it. But they're both vellum. So everything now has got a front and a back to it. And so there will be, I'm going to go ahead and put the signatures together. And, yeah, I wanted to go ahead and switch gears and do this so that I knew that I would have my pages ready. I don't know that I'm exactly ready to get the size of the books yet. I don't know if you've already seen the miniatures or if you're seeing it after this one. I'm not sure. I've got so many of these done for the Crafty Christmas in July that I've kind of forgotten. I don't have them set up to I've been doing them a week at a time, but I got a lot to do in 1 month. So, yeah, so we're getting there. Okay, so that is that. I think I'm going to go and sit in front of the TV and put these signatures together, and then I'll have that part done. All right, guys, thanks. Until next time, be kind to each other and make something you love. Talk to you later. Bye.